this game. Who saw me? There he is. Want some of this? Oh! One shot! From way downtown, bang! Like Tyrese Halliburton. This is Oblivion. On the Xbox One, being played with an Xbox 360 disc. Offline, because I was already able to download the remaster, the Xbox One. Well, it was really a remaster. It was the Xbox One version of this game. So once you actually go online and download the upgraded version, I suppose, you're able to play this version of the game with a disc offline, which is how I'm doing it right now. It's been, as you saw in that load screen, it's been years since I've played this particular game. I'm just wandering around here for like a few seconds. You get to see what the underground cave lighting looks like in this original version of the game. Not so much in the infamous Xbox Series PS5 remaster that just dropped. I think it was actually a game. Was this a Game Pass only game? I want to say it was. In fact, I want to say it was digital only. If you wanted to play it, it's not right. Like, people are complaining about the performance all over the place. It looks amazing. The problem is that it just doesn't run well. I think you can't even lock it to 30 frames a second, which is easy on this port. We're capturing at 30 frames a second because it's an Elder Scrolls game. 60, I would say 60 is not out of the question. It's just not really worth worrying about. In fact, for this Xbox One version, you're not going to get 60 frames a second. I should also mention this is an auspicious weekend because the Switch 2 just dropped. Here in Montgomery County, I want to say there are no Switch 2s at any of the retailers that I visited. I didn't get a chance to go to Best Buy. I wasn't really trying. None of the Walmarts have it. I went to a couple of Targets. They don't have it. I was in 3 different counties, and none of them had any Switch 2s. I wasn't trying to get one. I just wanted to see what the lay of the land was, because I was buying other stuff. I got a bunch of games on sale, by the way. I probably spent $25, $30 on used video games at libraries. And I did get some new games at the store as well, which I'll get to later. So let me get us back to the cave, because we're not going to spend much time in here. I just wanted to go out to the overworld and we'll muck around there. So you can see the load times. So that's very nice in this Xbox One. This was one of the advantages of owning an Xbox One back in the day, was the ability to play some Xbox 360 games at slightly higher resolutions. And I want to say the frame rates were usually locked if they slipped. I want to say they were locked on the Xbox One. This might be, I don't know how bad it was in the Xbox 360. I did play that game on this channel several years ago. In fact, I think it was like in 2018, I played the Xbox 360 version of this game, recorded on a DVD recorder. So it doesn't look amazing, but you get a chance to see basically how the game looks and how it runs. But this is the Xbox One version we're going to be playing for this particular video, which I should have played when the remaster dropped in April, and I never got around to it because I was too busy playing Civilization 2. Stay mad. Grabs? Grab what? We can change the view. Yeah, that's not going to matter in this game. We're not going to do a third-person view. Sneak. Yeah, ready the weapon with the X button. And we can cast with the right bumper, which is what matters to me because I got free fireballs. You can see the lighting on that fireball, too. So again, for the Xbox 360, this was pretty high-end. Like, get rid of the torch. Can I put down the torch? I guess I could just deactivate it. We'll get to that later. But you can definitely see the lighting on that fireball. So the torch is giving off some light here. So this is not ray tracing, obviously. But you can see the light on that fireball. So that was kind of high end back in the day. I mean, to be fair, this place looks like a sewer, because it is a sewer. It does look like a sewer. But this real-time lighting of the fireball through that tunnel was considered a big effect back in the day. Now, like I said, so without ray tracing, here's Bethesda doing something resembling real-time lighting. Obviously, it's way easier to do this with ray tracing than it is with whatever fake baked light source they're using here. But again, that effect for the light is kind of cute. So we can change our stats here if we want to change the way we look. We're not going to worry about that here, actually. Let's at least... We can't change our... The complexion doesn't change, which is weird. Is it broken? Actually, no, it wasn't complexion. I think there was another... Yeah, that's as brown as we can go. Tone. Now we're not going to... Yeah, change the skin tone. Skin shade, dark light. They're not going to be able to get it right. I don't know what to tell you. Blush light red. Flush pale. So I guess we're going to go flushed, huh? Skin tint purple, yellow, purple. Well, that was one thing. Well, Skyrim didn't really have that. They didn't really have those funky. Well, they didn't really have any like funky colored races in those games. I don't remember. Yeah, were there? Yeah, yeah. Everyone was either green, brown, or cream. I don't think they were ever like purple or blue or anything wacky like that. It's not the way the art was made out to be. Where's the hair? Yeah, there's the hair. There we go. Rose. Blue-black, huh? We can go blue-black. Yeah, we'll go blue-black for today. Braids. Yeah, Adele Walker was on Twitter. I want to say it was, yeah, about on the 7th of June, 2025. He was talking about an artist who was doing free lessons for how to do traditionally black hair in video games. And I don't know what we're going to be able to do here, so we're going to be able to do that. We can never go black. Not afraid to go black. Yes, we're gonna be a Breton. So what were our other options? I can't change the rest? Yeah, we can still, okay. So when we're finished, we can say we can do the rest. 50 to my Magica. Again, in this game, I don't know what character I want to be. You don't regain magic over time, but you have a spell absorption. Oh. But they're supposed to be, yeah, I don't know if the remaster fixed this, because I think the devs admitted that, yeah, the system is broken. Some of the racial, innate racial benefits and the builds are broken, I believe. Paralyze an opponent for 10 seconds at a cost of fatigue. Okay. Mars gets power once a day. A powerful restore spell. So if you're fighting a boss, I guess. So some of these seem more used. Some of these seem extremely limited in terms of what they actually do. Tower key power, once a day open a door container of average lock level or less. Okay, so, but at some point it's not going to matter. It's just a buff you get to your early build, I suppose. Become invisible for 60 seconds once a day. Again, for some stealth builds, I guess it's okay, but 10 points to your willpower and endurance. Well, getting attribute boost sounds like a good idea. A weakness to magic, okay. But I'm a mage. So a permanent, but again, I'm a battle mage, which makes sense under in Elden Scrolls games like this, you know, ranged characters tend to be more useful than sword and board and melee fighters because the combat's so awful in Oblivion, I would argue. And Skyrim is not great either, but melee combat's, I would argue, it's a bit less. It's a bit less airy, I guess is the fair way. Like, to be fair, as much as I love Skyrim, it's not a game that you play if you want to like bust a dude in the mouth. The combat isn't really that meaty. You have to play as a battle mage the way I do. We're not gonna do a. Yeah, again, you can break this stuff if you know what you're doing. I'm doing battle mage because duh. Strength and intelligence, destruction, alteration, blunt, conjuration, blade, mysticism, alchemy. Healer, as opposed to a battle mage. Well, I mean, I'm probably not as strong. Yeah, I'm a battle mage instead of a mage. What would the difference be in this case? We're going with this anyway. Battle mage. So we'll leave. So we'll go out to the open world. Not a huge load time here on the Xbox One, so that's good to know. Remember, kids, and I said that I've been saying this to people before. If you're say a 20 something, or you just graduated from high school, and your parents gave you a Switch, and that's the only video game console you have right now, I'm not opposed to going out and getting an X if you have a decent internet connection. An Xbox One is an exceptional upgrade to a Switch. Most games run better on the Xbox One. You're opening up a wider variety of games, and if you have a decent internet connection, you have access to some 360 games as well that are still exceptional. 360 is still one of the best console libraries of all time. I would argue it's better than the Switch in terms of console libraries, but the Switch does have a lot of exclusives that you can't get on the Xbox One. The PlayStation 4 is obviously the best of the three, but we'll get to that later. You have a compass, or you can use your world map to travel there directly. Well, we're not going to fast travel yet. We'll fast travel later. But again, the scope of this world was a huge deal in 2005, 2006, whenever this game dropped. I don't even remember anymore. And the draw distance is what it is, but the whole appeal of this game was what you can see. Well, I don't know if you can go to that mountain, but you can go to other mountains, I suppose. And they kind of cheat here by putting you in this valley here, so you can't really see that far into the distance. And they got this fisheye lens effect going on, but it works well enough. So where am I gonna go from here, I wonder? Well, when I saw Digital Foundry play this game on the who was it? Yeah, Alex Battaglia was playing the PC version on some higher end vintage hardware, and John Lindemann was obviously playing the remaster. So they were kind of doing sort of a co-op on two different computers while streaming to kind of see the major differences in how the game represented similar areas. This looks clean. But this is a good compromise between the PS2 era of 3D, exploration and like what the Xbox 360 era was going to be capable of doing. And this game came out on the PlayStation 3 as well. I've been told the PlayStation 3 put away the I'm using the D-pad. I guess I shouldn't. How do I put away the torch? You press the X button and jump. Put away the torch. Left trigger, right trigger. Those are spells, okay. So we have a compass here. You can press left or right to look at the tabs above the bottom. So it's the second line from the bottom. Okay. Good luck. So we'll pick another direction, because I want to say there's like a hillside trail I want to follow just to kind of see what's going on. Okay, we'll worry about we're going to do actual quests later. I just want to see what's up with this. So how do I put away the fatigue? How do I put away the torch? There we go. Unequip. There we go. We'll need it later, just not now. And remember, we have the right bumper for our fire spell in case we start running the goblins and such. That is a Nirnroot. Yes, it is. Perhaps I should bring it to an alchemist. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to sell. Oh, make this my active quest. Fine. Because what I'm gonna want to do is I'm gonna want to start selling stuff. And I also need a place to store all this crap. Because remember, I'm gonna have to sell all this stuff for money. Okay, I saw that pop in. Yeah, see that pop in over there? That rock right there on my reticle. You can't fool me, Bethesda. Yeah, so. Typical compromises you would expect from a game from the mid-2000s, as advanced as this game was. So, yeah, I wanted to take... Yeah, I didn't go towards the castle. I went to the overlook. So I might have to go there to where... No. So if we're not going to the castle, we're going to go to an overlook so we can see the castle that way. because there was actually a stable around here. Let me check on something. What's the, you cannot wait. So that's the select button is for waiting, which we're not going to do. Hold on, there's someone moving down there. Yeah, there we go. I found a cave. These guys are going to be hard to hit. And I got him in one. No complaints. Guess he was guarding the joint. First of all, the music's not playing. Oh. Maybe that's why. I turned down the music. So I guess we'll have to... We'll splice in some music later, obviously. You want to hear the Oblivion soundtrack. It's not as good as Skyrim, but what is? Imp Gall. Fortify personality and cure paralysis. How does one fortify personality? Guess by talking to people. Fortify my personality. I guess it makes me more stubborn. So I guess that Oblivion remake won't be on... The Oblivion remake won't be on the Switch too, will it? They might have to clean it up a little bit, but that's probably going to be a key card. Because that was the other thing. I went to the store. Again, you couldn't find any Switches. You couldn't find any console units. But there were like, what, 7 games? Obviously, Super Mario World and Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, I think. I forgot. Phantom Liberty, right? That was complete on the disc. The Bravely Default, I think it's called Fairy something or rather. I think that's a remake of the DS game. I think it was the cheapest game I saw there. It was like $40, but you know, it's a key card. Street Fighter 6 is a key card game. They had Split Fiction there, but it wasn't a key card game. It was yeah, I guess we'll go that way. I just swore there was like a mountain path. Yeah, we'll go up to the mountain and see if we can take that mountain path up. We'll head over to the overlook, the way that Digital Foundry did. No sharks in here. This isn't Far Cry. Even though it looks like a Crisis Engine. This kind of looks like Far Cry 1 in a way, I suppose. On PC. But yeah, yeah, Split Fiction was the it was a code in a box. It was literally just like a digital. It was a digital box. It was taking up retail space. What was the other game I saw? I mean, obviously they had the Switch 2 versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't remember the prices. I want to say the Breath of the Wild cartridge was complete in box, which was it was not a key card, but I want to say it was like $60. Which is a lot for a 7-year-old video game. In fact, I think you can buy Breath of the Wild on the Switch. The Switch cartridge costs like $55 these days. And it's supposed to have like a free upgrade if you play it on a Switch too, right? So I mean, like again, the community, like Twitter and all the forums, they're spending a lot of time trying to figure out what happens when you actually buy these games. But the keycard system is annoying because it's a digital version of the game. Let me put it this way. It's a cartridge. You put it inside your Switch 2, but you can't play the game until you go online and download the game. So in that sense, it's like the disc for Skyrim on PC. Because I have the PC disc for Skyrim. It installs... Actually, it's worse than that because... In Skyrim's case, you get the game on the disc, but it won't play until you... I want to say you can't actually play it until you go online and authenticate it, I want to say. That's the way it works. Okay, enough. We're wasting time. But, what was that game? Cyberpunk. I bought the Cyberpunk disc on PlayStation 4. But... when I tried to install it, it made me go online. The disc basically says you must go online and download a patch to play this game. Yeah, the deer are running off. So it's kind of like that. But I do have the Xbox One disc for Cyberpunk, and it runs just fine. I was able to install it right from the disc. But admittedly, the firmware on my Xbox One is from like what, April? It's from May of 2025. So maybe Cyberpunk just didn't require an upgrade that way. It didn't require a firmware upgrade to install, which is good. But it didn't require any downloads whatsoever. The Xbox One was offline. I installed it, and there were 2 discs, so I installed it and I was fine. Yeah, this music, I think it's called Journey's End or something. It's not Fear and Journey's End, but I want to say it plays. Yeah, this is the music. This music plays in Skyrim as well. So the Skyrim arrangement's actually exceptional. I cannot. I could not say that. I could not name a single song in Skyrim that I would put on my all-time top 100. But the entire soundtrack is still my favorite soundtrack of all time. So this being in the top 4, this might be a top 50 soundtrack if I spend more time listening to it. Which I should have been doing last week. Was there someone behind me? Well, the music didn't change, so I guess no one's gonna horribly murder me. I heard some sound effects. It might be my character walking through the grass. Hold on. That's a horse. Put away the sword. Hello, sir. Rumors. Okay. State of the roads, not gonna happen. I mean, what's Skyrim? We're supposed to stay on the roads? It'll be absurd. Oh, this can't be good. No, wait. Okay, help! Help! I don't remember the sprint button. Yeah, kill him for me. That's what's up. Thank you. Skyrim, you gotta let the, wait, nothing? I think it was just gold. Nothing. Thanks, sir. See if there's anyone else around here before he leaves. But yeah, I forget what the other... Yes, Street Fighter... I think I mentioned Street Fighter 6. It's a key card game. So again, if I were buying a Switch, let's just say I was, I would only buy, like... I already have Cyberpunk or whatever. Mario World, obviously, but I'm not into Mario Kart that much. I got Mario Kart on the Wii sitting right there next to me on the shelf with all my Wii games I haven't played. So we're not going to go inside the Ford. Is there any other treasure chests around here I can grab? No. But yeah, I do like all these landmarks you can see in the distance. They become waypoints, so you don't have to use the map to like fast travel all over the place. What button do I? So how do I get to the map? B button. I thought there was there's got to be a quicker way to get to the map. Give me a second. I know that there is. I'm just being doofy. No. Yeah, the journal. Yeah, the journal. But the journal will get me to the map, obviously. So the L button is for sneaking, and the L stick, the left stick. Press the left stick. But this game was not made for third-person exploration, honestly. Like, the camera isn't set up properly. Like, it's too hard to target things in third person. This isn't a character action game. The amount of foliage, the grass. There's a decent amount of foliage here, which again I was not expecting on a game this old. Of course, the draw distance is pretty short. It's pretty low, so there is that. And it's almost nighttime, so we're near the magic hour. And the light hits everything just right. Yeah, apparently these water effects were a big deal back in the day, too. And it does look nice with the lighting they got going on here. They're using bloom for most of this, right? But yeah, I mean, this is all baked lighting, right? Like, we're not, I mean, there's obviously no ray tracing, and you have to stream in a bunch of assets that change with the time of day. So, uh-oh. Mud crabs, son. Shuck them. You don't shuck crabs, do you? And the music just dies as soon as you pop them with one fireball. It's amazing. I don't know what to tell you. It's a good old-fashioned crab boil. Being wet doesn't protect you from this. And I missed that. There you go. Hun. Alright, so yeah, the Switch 2 Jeff Gerstmann was talking about it when it launched. Of course, Nextlander was doing videos about it. Uh-oh. This can't be good. And these guys will follow you, like, around the map, huh? No fair dodging. Haha. Yeah, we're gonna just abuse the AI a bit. Wait, what just happened? I was gonna say, is he stuck? What's up? Suck it. See? I was just minding my own business. So we can't equip it, huh? Yeah, take all. Oh, did I forget to grab some items earlier? Yeah, I might have forgotten to grab some items earlier when I killed all those other things. Uh-oh. We'll have to go back and check that. But I probably should go back to town, because I'm going to want to, like, actually sell some of this stuff. Though, to be honest, we're not saving. We're just kind of wandering around. So we get anything here I might want to keep? Yeah, what am I actually wearing? Yeah, what are my better weapons? The steel, yeah, that's a one-handed sword, huh? Okay, so it's slightly stronger, but not by much. Let's see. Twos. Yeah, I got boots, so whatever. So none of this is particularly strong. Yeah, again, I don't want sword and board. This is a 3. The iron is heavy, though. That's the problem. I don't want to wear the iron. But I can wear a helmet. I'm fine with the helmet. Unequip the wrist irons. We're gonna break the chains. So how we doing? We should probably think about going home. So let's see if we can head inside the building. Anyone else want to get horribly murdered? Oh, there's someone over there. Tongs. Why should I even bring this? Actually, can I store anything in here? Well, I don't know if I want it. It's probably a bad idea. If there's like a Imperial camp or something where I could store stuff inside a treasure chest, that'd be great. But I don't know what the safe storage is in this game. Who saw me? There he is. Want some of this? Oh! One shot! From way downtown, bang! Like Tyrese Halliburton. How about those Pacers, huh? Down by 14 points, made like 7 out of 9 threes, like 3 triples in a row, got right back into the game in the fourth quarter. That's sick. On the road against one of the best teams in NBA history. I mean, if you're gonna win, if you're gonna lose, you don't want to lose at home with a 14-point lead. But somehow the Thunder did it. Somehow a team that won like 78 games in the regular season and the postseason this year is. Yeah, it was. They won 68 regular season games. They won 12 postseason games to get here. They probably lost twice. I found nothing of use. It's right here. I found it. I just can't grab it. I should probably go home, so I might fast travel out of here. Got the bergamot seeds. I don't want any of that. Apparently eating isn't a thing I need to do in this game. Whoop, the mud crab. Where are they at? Crap. Got him. And the portentous music stopped. That's how we do that in this game. So yeah, we're going home. So we'll explore again tomorrow, you know, it's not so bad. Oh, wait. Missed. There you go. Yes, they make them look like face huggers too, which is kind of hilarious. Miscellaneous. Does this have any purpose? Yeah, okay, so I'm running out. So again, I don't want to be over encumbered. So again, we're gonna have to get rid of some of this stuff. Probably just end up selling it. Like I'm gonna sell the armor or whatever. We can get some more later. Ooh, a hand scythe. A paint palette. And again, shovels. What do I need a freaking shovel for? Paint. I'm gonna paint in this game. There you go. Give me that. Alright. So yeah, just think about going home. See ya, half an hour. We're doing okay, all things considered. But yeah, I mentioned that Jeff Gerstmann was playing the Switch when it launched. He's played Mario World for like an hour and said like, eh, like shrug. If you like Mario Kart, it's okay, I guess. But he's like, it's more Mario Kart, and some of the new modes didn't seem that interesting. Which he said was kind of a a damning indictment of a new console library when basically the one flagship exclusive title you got is kind of like whatever. Like all the other games like Street Fighter 6 and like Cyberpunk, he's like, look, there's nothing on this console he felt he had to play. Because you have Mario World, you have Mario Kart World, and a bunch of cross-platform games. And the moonlight's out? No, there's the moon, but again, you can see that fisheye effect because see, it looks fine here. Nice proportions in the center of the screen. Then as you fade towards the corners, it stretches. So that's kind of a planetarium look. But it works. I mean, it does work. So we're out. What if you can follow your path by starlight? And the fire's still on, so that's always good. A decent animated fire effect, which for the era, it's about what you would expect. I missed something? Yeah, there you go. I'm not going to take the mutton. I mean, I don't eat in this game. Why would I ever need to eat? So I think when you leave the cave, it is always... Yeah, when you leave the cave, it is always, like, noon, apparently. I think that's the trick. And then, of course, you spend 6-7 hours wandering around. Until nightfall, like we are now. So where's the map? You know, I'm starting to feel like an idiot because I don't know where the map is. Yeah, that map. It's history. Magic, weapons, stats. Left or right, there we go. So there's your map. So where are we headed to specifically? That's the fort. We're going inside. That's the compass. Yeah, this shows the local area, which I don't really need. But I guess if you're looking for an entrance, that's actually not terrible. So we're not going to the stables. I use the right stick to move around. Like a mouse. Guess we can go to the Arcane University, talk to Jinx or Minx, whatever her name is. All the anime fans seem to love. Imperial City Market District. I guess we're going to the Market District, but everything's probably closed. I mean, I could walk there. We'll worry about walking there later. I just kind of wanted to find one place where I can sub most of my stuff and then bail. Yeah, it took me an hour to get there. I don't know if it's faster to walk or fast travel. But everything's probably closed. Yeah. Music was always classy in this game. Mostly. And the city I remember the city design being really interesting when I first played this game, but that's the watchtower. I bet everything's closed. Put the sword away. Sorry. Yeah? Rumors. Okay, the music's probably a bit too loud. I'm gonna have to crank it down a tiny bit. You can't hear this dude. Where can I sleep? All Saints in the Temple District. Oh, because I was thinking about going to the waterfront a bit earlier. Okay, so he's only got one roomer. Music's good. We're gonna have to turn it down a tiny bit. I did turn it down. It's just too loud. Oh well. I mean, you're not gonna be able to hear it. It's in the background, but I can hear it. I got the microphone on. Yeah, one of the things I scored on clearance at Walmart was this $14 headset. It was a Turtle Beach Recon headset for the Switch, but it's the same as the Turtle Beach headsets that I already have for the PS4, which cost like $30. That's what I mean. Walmart was getting rid of a bunch of stuff in May, I guess, to make room for the Switch 2 stuff. Because I mean, I got a bunch of $10 games at Walmart. I got a Need for Speed. What was that? It was the Need for Speed. Yeah, these guys aren't even open. So turn right. I got a Need for Speed remaster. What was it? I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't Heat. It was Hot Pursuit. Yeah, Hot Pursuit. Am I missing the doors to these places? I might need my torch. Just a second. Yeah, this is one song that's not in Skyrim, but it's exceptional. So this would definitely be on my Elder Scrolls playlist. They got a harp, I guess. They got a harp and a flute. It works. Or possibly a clarinet. It's that clanad. It's that clanad crap that we love. The Celtic music. Well, it's not Celtic, technically, but a lot of Celtic influence, I would assume. Okay, where's the miscellaneous? Yeah, the torch is the miscellaneous, right? Hopefully these things don't run out. Yeah, there's some stuff here. I just don't... It's not showing up. Where are the doors? Are they on the other side? Yeah, here's the market. This is the market district. Wanted. Some random dude in a mask. I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like, okay. How would I know it's him? He's just a generic dude in a mask. And if he takes off the mask, we'll never see him. And how did they draw the picture? Like, someone has a photographic memory, I guess. As opposed to regular folk like me, I guess. I guess I'll be okay. I don't have a Switch 2 or nothing. Okay, we've already established that. Oh yeah, there's a Thieves Guild in this game too. So I guess he's like a Switch 2 scalper, huh? I mean, apparently, like, I hate when people do this. I don't know what the situation is with the Switch 2 availability. Here in DC, you probably have to go like out of town to get one. I guess if you go to like West Virginia or like Central PA, you might be able to find some extras. Because I obviously didn't do any pre-orders, but there were. This could be anything. Like if you're taking pictures of random stores, on Twitter, there could be some place out in the middle of Kentucky that has a couple of them. Who knows? I wasn't trying to buy one. Remember, this is Fallout 3 territories. This is Fallout 3 territory. So there's a bunch of people who probably would get a Switch on day one, a Switch 2. And apparently some of these stores aren't done. They aren't done, renovating their areas to make room for the Switch zones. Like during Memorial Day weekend, I mean, yeah, they still had the Switch 2 kiosks over at Target, for example, but it looked like they were still moving stuff around. So probably by the 4th of July, things will look a bit neater. I mean, this obviously the Xbox section looks very like depressing. They still have a few. I want to say Walmart had like a couple dozen games. But Walmart had about maybe a couple dozen games. No, they had about a dozen new games and like a bunch of value stuff in the value section. Because I mean, the value section is where they keep all the $20 games and such. And that's how you can still find a lot of at least here in the DC area, you can still find you can find like a couple dozen, 3 or 4 dozen value games at most of these retailers. So they're pretty good in that sense. I mean, Best Buy isn't doing amazing. What are you going to do? They still have a decent. I mean, if you want to get. I mean, Best Buy is still pretty good about doing limited run games. The games that they publish. So if you want physical copies of certain games, Best Buy is still pretty good, shockingly. If you want that Final Fantasy collection, the 1 through 6, which I'll probably end up buying later this year, it's weird. I think it retails at $70, which is insane, because I've regularly seen it for $50 or $40 even on the Switch and the PlayStation 4. I played the PlayStation 4 version. Copious coin purse. See if we can do up. Was it unlocked? No, it's locked. Yeah, don't break in. They're gonna try to arrest you. So yeah, stores are locked at night. I'm sure. I'm sure we all know that. And it's not even midnight yet. Wow. So I guess I'm gonna have to sleep. I guess I could go to an inn and sell some stuff. I don't remember how crowded this place was in the morning. Why, again, you can grab a broom. What's the point? You can't kill anyone with it. Well, at least not in Skyrim. A pickaxe is going to be useful. Hourglass. First of all, I know what time it is, son. It's right here. Why would I need an hourglass? Wait, I didn't mean to take the calipers. How do I switch? Left trigger, right trigger. There we go. So you can put some of the stuff you don't want. You can just dump in here. There's a way to sort this stuff, right? Yeah, there we go. Go up to the top. You can choose the column you want to sort by. That's our weight. Pick the heaviest item and dump it if you don't want it. I have 2 iron bows. That's not amazing. So you can sell all the heavy stuff that's not worth very much. Like this rusty iron dagger, I bet. Oh, there's a durability system in this game? Yeah, on the far right column. That might be a durability thing. Yeah, like this rusty curious, it's too heavy. I'm probably going to sell it. I mean, I know I'm going to sell it. You always sell the heavy stuff first. The heavy stuff that's not worth very much. Slash and smash. It's probably like a weapon store. That was a place to sell fenced items. Like Belthier's Goods in Skyrim. And don't ask where he gets his crap from. That's the Watchtower. Yeah, where he gets his stuff from is none of your business. I get it from none your business. My business is none of your business unless you're buying stuff. I think he's a pawn shop. The stuff he sells is overpriced, and the stuff he buys is underpriced. It's about what you'd expect from a pawn shop. Or a game shop, huh? Or a GameStop, haha. Stonewall shields. So we're gonna have to wait till morning. Where's the inn? We're not going to the arena. Maybe later, but not now. Again, the combat in this game isn't amazing.
Well, midnight knows well. It stays that way, man.
Directions.
What are you looking for?
So I guess I can sell stuff at the inn. We can find out. There might be a tavern that's still open inside at the inn. Well, I'm a mage. Maybe if I'm a mage, you think they'll let me like sleep at a? Isn't there like a? Not brothel. Isn't there like where are the monks? I think I'm allowed to sleep with the monks, right? I mean, the monks won't turn me away. They probably have a hostel over here somewhere. Nice monastery. So go to the compass and use left and right on the D-pad or the analog stick. What are those red things? Oh, that's the compass. Okay, that's the compass. That's the arena. That's the palace. Let's go to the Arcane University. I am curious if there's a place where I can just sleep for free, or like if there's a place where I can store my stuff. Like, well, some of the stuff I don't care about. Like, I can put some heavy stuff in there without selling it. Rumors. Okay, everyone has the exact same rumor. That's my business. Basically nothing. I'm pretty sure I didn't. What's my business? I just rumors. So there was no business. Kind of a barren dialogue tree, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, again, I'm just kind of hoping that there's like a place where I can like, sleep for free. Or at least a place where I can store my crap for free. I don't think I need to see the Archmage, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's a portal. But it's closed. Yeah, it's locked. Not gonna open that. Not gonna steal that. So if I read it, it's technically stealing. So reading a book is stealing. Well, maybe if you're in a bookstore. Yeah, so everything's closed. Yeah, the music's too loud. I've got to turn it down. If you want to hear what he's saying. Where are the services? Sure. Where can I sleep? So again, everyone just says the same stuff, you know, whatever. Oh well. Maybe later someone will open it for me. Yeah. Maybe later someone will open it for me, I suppose. So everything's closed. Where did I say I was going? Just can go to the Arboretum. So yeah, load times are perfectly reasonable here on the Xbox One. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, sorry about going back to Nextlander. When they were playing the Switch stuff, they were obviously everyone was playing Mario World, and Alex Navarro was saying like this is fine, but I would feel differently if it wasn't like the one load-bearing game for this entire console's launch. Like he had a subscription to the GameCube, so he was able to play some. What was it? He was playing like Soul Calibur 2, a tiny bit of Wind Waker, and F-Zero G. F-Zero GX is supposed to be the interesting game, obviously. I didn't double check to see how much it cost because I have a Wii right behind me, which I'm never gonna play for. I'm not gonna play a Wii for a while. I was supposed to play Beautiful Joe, but I'm not feeling very experimental. I'm too busy playing Civilization 2 on a loop for like 20 hours a day or whatever. But I'm playing this game just so I can get some HD footage, kind of sample this game. So where am I headed specifically? Do I want to go to the Arboretum? Because I can't sleep in the Arboretum. Maybe I can talk to the king and wake him up. Do one of my side quests here in the middle of the night when nothing's open. And they use, I think Digital Foundry said, you know, they're doing some billboarding on these trees. So as you walk around them, they just kind of rotate with you. Kind of simulate 3D. Same with these trees. Yeah, the billboarding effect. So, yeah, you can see the leaves rotate as you kind of walk around it. It's kind of a cool effect, but nowadays everyone uses speed trees. What are you gonna do? It's yeah, they call it billboarding because it's a flat surface that rotates as you move around the tree, which is kind of a cute touch. Kind of hard to see here. You'll probably be able to see it better in the daytime, but that's how we did 3D graphics back in the day, y'all. That's how we simulated 3D. But nowadays we're in like the, what was it? The Kingdom Come Kingdom Come, right? Kingdom Come 2. What time is it? Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. Okay, so what's the side quest I was trying to do while everyone's asleep? Maybe the problem is everyone's closed. That's probably why. Alchemist is closed. Oh, this has to go to another city, so never mind. Okay, so where's Joffrey? He's probably in a place that's closed. Right? Current quest. Yeah, it's not there. So how do I make this an active quest? Well, let's worry about that later. Yes, we have a bunch of active quests and a current quest. Okay. But I can't go to the Alchemist because it's closed. I was just trying to see if there's a place I can store everything. So let's stay right here and go to sleep, right here in front of the guard. And the stores will probably open in a few hours, so that's fine. I just didn't want to wander around at night is all. So the sun's coming up, so we can probably leave. Oh, so you're like that guy in Riften, who like keeps giving money to people, and his wife hates him for it. Yes. Yeah, the music's too loud. It's good, but it's too loud. I'm not poor. No, I guess I'm not. I guess I look like I'm caring too much. Wait, what? Oh, hi. How do you know who I am? Okay, you said you were looking for me. Now you say you don't have time to talk. So you're a loan shark. Oh yeah, yeah. She's Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah. Like is it like a fraternity? Yeah. Yeah. She turns on a dime. Yeah. So she's a Dog the Bounty Hunter. She like pressures people to like pay their debt. So hope you paid your student loans, kids. Um. Again, they're going somewhere, and they're probably gonna come open their stores, which is about what you would expect. Like I said, I just want a place. Like I could have sworn there was like an like a monastery around here. It might be in a place I can't get to, which wouldn't be out of the question. It is funny to talk about the arena in an Elder Scrolls game, because was that Elder Scrolls 1 or 2? Because there was I don't remember them all. There's Daggerfall, Morrowind was 3. There's Arena and Daggerfall, I believe. And apparently those worlds were like even bigger than the ones in Skyrim, like several times bigger in terms of like size. But I want to say it was kind of like was it Draken on the Super NES? Like these were like very basic, very flat, like Ultima Underworld. Like imagine like a dungeon crawler, like with a first person view, but the world's just massive. Here everything is rendered in 3D, so it's not like a tiny window. You know what I mean? But the world was bigger because the screen was so tiny. You didn't have to render that much. Now you have to render entire vistas. So obviously it's completely different. I haven't played that many games from that era, obviously, so I'm probably going to wind up sampling them eventually. But I don't have access to a bunch of old PC games. There are some stores, retro stores that do some old PC games. Like I have, like I'm looking at my closet right now. I got Rise of Nations, SimCity Societies, which probably doesn't even run. Battlefield, I don't know which Battlefield that is. Titan Quest, which I don't even like. Skyrim, of course, and Deus Ex 2, I want to say. All on PC, on disc. And I'll probably never play them. Obviously, I play Skyrim every day. It seems like I play Skyrim every day. I'll first of all, put the thing away. Uh, I don't know the quick way to unequip crap, which is the problem. Where's the JD Vance looking dude they got here in this game? I think it was just randomly generated. It's like some random guard. But I remember the whole joke was that the uh, uh, um, a reasonable simulacrum of the vice president appeared in this game. Vice President JD Vance. Because someone was like collecting a bunch of pictures of people in Skyrim. Although it's possible, I think it's possible that made someone created a character model with a face that looked like theirs, which would explain a lot. Okay, it's late enough, I suppose. Okay, this stuff isn't open. Where am I going? Because we're approaching the 1 hour mark, so we're going to end the video pretty soon, because I'm pretty sure no one's watching up to this point. Let's see. So I survived my first night. We can zoom in if we need to. So we can zoom in here. I guess we can go to the Arboretum. I should probably look for an alchemist. Active quest. Map. So she's over here. Near the north gate. Wait, is this a different... Wait, is this a different city? Well, I went to an alchemist in this city, so it's probably over by the north gate. So we'll see what's up. Whoops. I accidentally wound up in another city. Haha. Alright, so I ended up in the wrong... I'm in the wrong city. We're not going to cheat. We'll come back here later. I'm sure there'd be another alchemist around here. Sorry. Eh. So I guess we'll make this a save point too. Okay, so it's afternoon, so I gotta hurry. I don't have a lot of time. Oh well. Like how my athletic skill increases every time I just jump. So I can steal these flowers. Hi, ma'am. Okay, look, Smurf. Okay. Oh, so they're doing an immigration metaphor. Hi. By the way, was that lady a dark elf? I forget. Okay, first of all, her face is kind of hilarious, but whatever. Yeah, let's learn acrobatics with Ida. What? Oh, so you're like one of those influencers who like climbs light poles and swings on them. Yeah, I know you ladies. You're troublemakers. Really physically fit, obviously, but I'm not climbing any light poles around here. What? Drunk Ting. I'm sure there's some other ways of dealing with well, like how did like I guess you can just like send well, you can't send them to a bar. So where would you send them now that I think about it? Ugh. Are they drunk with merriment or are they drunk with like socio-political intent? What about the landmarks? Yeah, that was always a cute design, the spokes of a wheel. The spoke and wheel design. It's a hub area, but it's a hub area that's specifically set up with some spokes, which is kind of hilarious. If a bit over-designed, one could argue. Okay, so we're running out of time. Something's got to be open around here. Well, there's your hotel. Where are we? Because there's got to be something around here where I can actually sell this crap. Sewers. Bunch of houses. Okay, but where are the actual shops? So there... Okay, there's the hotel. I guess I could sell stuff here at the hotel. We'll find out. I'm just going to try and sell some armor. Yeah, I probably have to go to the other side of town to sell the armor. That's fine. Greetings. Hieronymus Lex. We're not gonna persuade. Let's barter her. I don't want it. Where's my crap? There we go. No, we're not. We're not haggling like that. Oh, so she can only buy. She can only buy some of this stuff. Okay. So what's the heaviest stuff I have? Like yeah, sell these crappy potions. Restore fatigue. So we'll sell a bunch of those. Poison of illness. I don't keep a lot of potions lying around. 35, 20, yeah. They are worth something. So these are ingredients, but they aren't worth that much. Like, they're not that heavy. Yeah, well, I guess I could sell the rat meat. Yeah, in Skyrim, the mudcrab meat doesn't do anything. Hi, who are you? Yeah, that's the nice way of putting it. I'm touched. What? Hi. I gotta go to an actual store and sell this crap. So I guess what I'm looking for is a safe place where I can sell my crap. Maybe a guild will let me. I need a place to store my crap, honestly. Oh, so you're a TikTok influencer. So you're one of those people who lives off passive income in a cheap part of town. I can sit around all day and play video games. Why clean your house? Which reminds me, I gotta. It's that time of year where it's gonna be too hot for me to leave. It's gonna be too hot for me to leave the house during the day, so that's how I'm gonna have to start cleaning up. So I'll put on some podcasts and do some cleaning, like a fully grown, healthy, well-adjusted adult. Yeah, I could be playing video games, but I usually do that, at night. When I know I'm not leaving the house. I mean, most of the cleaning I did was me organizing all my video games into something resembling alphabetical order, so we'll see how it goes. Because I don't want to accidentally buy multiple copies of a game like I did a couple of years ago. before the pandemic, I was buying multiple copies of stuff. Not because I didn't have a good inventory. I have a much better inventory now. My mental inventory is, have I made a video about this game already? That's how I know I've played it. That's how I know I've owned it. So I don't need to buy it again. I've already made a video of it. We're not going to the arena. What's the temple district? We can go to the market district, sell some stuff. I guess we'll go to the temple district and see what's up. Again, the point is to see if I can store this crap. So we'll see what's up. Because ultimately what I want is a place to, like an imperial camp or like a treasure chest where I can store a bunch of stuff I don't want to carry around. If I can come back and see it later. So I can test that out at the end of this video. I'm a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber. I raise, design, and shell shrubberies. Too bad. I'm a sneak. Yeah, just sneak. No, it's the Radiohead song. He's very special. I'm a sneak. I'm a widow. Good day, ma'am. Give me the loot. Yeah, we can sell some of our heavy armor here. Again, heavy, cheap stuff. That's not worth very much. We can sell here. Yeah. So do you want to protect yourself or deal some damage? Repair. Okay, with that. No. He has 800 gold. So let's see what I got. We're not gonna haggle just yet. So where's the heavy stuff? There, and I'm wearing the roughly. Yeah, I gotta sell this rusty. This rusty iron curious is just way too heavy. Yep, we're gonna sell that. Thought he only had 800 gold. Oh well, guess he's not losing any gold. No sweat off my nose. So this is heavy, but it doesn't protect me any better. So I guess I might as well just sell it. Yeah, it's heavy. It doesn't protect me any better than what I'm carrying. Press left or right on the left trigger or right trigger to like switch between his inventory and my inventory. Let's see. Any other helmets? I don't want a shield, honestly. Boots. These are heavier and don't protect me any better. So I have armor, a heavy helmet. That's good enough for now. So how's my weight? The game doesn't track my weight here. I have to go to a different screen to track my weight. So get the heavy stuff. Yes, it's kind of heavy, so we'll replace that with the iron dagger, and we'll sell the iron dagger. Again, the far right column is supposed to be the durability, I believe, like in Breath of the Wild, but we're not going to repair this. There is no durability system in Skyrim. Weapons don't wear down, and I'm not complaining about that, but it's one less bit of busy work. Oh, finally, another red guard, like your boy. Yeah. Well, IRL, I guess. Okay, what? I wasn't paying attention to what you just said. Training. Oh, yeah. No. Well, I like enchanted armor. We'll worry about that later. So not buying any of that crap. I didn't bother to see if there's anything else he could buy. This guy has a bit more money, so you can probably sell a few items. A few extra items. Ooh, like this bear pelt. I mean, I guess I could... In Skyrim, you can turn this stuff into leather armor. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We'll be able to get more later, I figure. In a game like this, the stuff is calipers. Crying out loud. It's not worth any money, so you might as well just give it away. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll make this part of our test. Got a repair hammer. So we can make silver crap, I guess. Yeah, if we can make our own stuff, then we can do that. And you can put a sapphire inside some jewelry and sell the jewelry. Yeah, it's one of those things. Stay black. Red guard. What are we doing here? Nope, they're gonna let me in there. So they basically made Keith David with an afro. Fine. So when you walk around a lot, your athletic skill goes up. And everyone's leaving for the day, I suppose. No, we're done. Is everyone just leaving for the day? What's going on? Oh, hey. The not-so-lusty Argonian. Duh, yes. It's not a great model for the. They cleaned up the model for the Argonians in Skyrim, so I'm not going to complain about that. Doeskin shoes. Ooh, calipers and an inkwell. Eh. Staffs. By the way, I'm supposed to be looking for a place to store my crabs, so I forgot where the apothecary is. And shrubberies, I guess. Yeah, don't have that kind of. Not interested. So we're not stealing that. Can't steal that. Okay, we're out. We're done. So we're not gonna steal the crap. So if you want to buy magic staves, I guess staffs, staves. It gives discount spells. That's what I'm talking about. The book. Right. Yeah, you're like that retro game store where that sells like $2 copies of Fallout 3. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I would want at this point. Bound Dagger sounds amazing. Yeah, Conjuration sounds great. Sounds great. Summon Scamp. Light. But I already have torches. Why do I need Starlight? Fortify Magicka. So are there any like ridiculously overpowered like sneaking spells I can use to like increase my increase my spell casting ability while I'm wandering around? Absorb Mercantile? What? What does a mercantile mean? I mean, how do you absorb? How does one absorb a mercantile skill? Absorb luck. That's hilarious. It actually might be interesting. How much is that? Might not be worth anything. Let's see what happens. Let's equip the in my left hand. We can equip the you got flare in that hand. We have absorb. Do I have to read the book first, don't I? Oh, I have a chameleon spell I totally forgot about. Okay. Hotkey. Oh, okay, okay. Up. That should be a down. Hotkey up. So that's flash. Okay, that's a scroll, right? That's not the same as a book. So that's going to be a problem. Let me check on something. Because I just bought that book and I actually read it. I can actually read the book. That'd be nice. Weapons, books. Let me see if anything here is under spells. That's apparatuses. Well, I guess if I want to make my own stuff, I need a mortar and pestle, so that makes sense. We're going to end this video in like 10 minutes, probably. Keys, books. So this looks like a scroll. I don't want to waste that. Okay, so didn't I buy the thing? I guess if I bought it, why can't I read it? Just a second, I'm probably missing something obvious. So you can press the weapons button for no purpose, I guess. Sword. Okay, that's how you sword. That's not what I need. Apparel. Yes, okay, so where do I find the actual book? I should have sold the clothes. Ingredients. What I'm looking for is the book. Yeah, it's not here. So what did I just buy? Yarn. Okay, so I bought it, but I can't actually use it? Am I an idiot? First of all, I thought I was wearing some armor. Did I take off the armor? Skills. Oh, I see. Duh. So I don't have to read it. So let's hotkey this stuff. Let's see. Summon skeleton. I can summon a skeleton? Minor life detection. Yeah, let's do that. Hotkey down. Minor dispel. Heal minor wounds. Right. Cold touch. Absorb luck. So that flare spell should be on up, and absorb luck should be on left. Okay, and you have like what 8 to 12? You have like 12 different directions, I guess. I'm not gonna steal that. So I guess I could sell some of these spells that I don't really need. Let's see if I can sell some of this crap. So I can't sell here. So I can only buy, I can't sell. That sucks. I'll sell later. I can sell somebody else. What time is it? It's probably gonna kick me out at some point, 6 o'clock. The store's probably closed at 8, I don't know. Okay, so is there like an apothecary around here or something? Before I leave, I wanted to see if I can find a place where I can sleep. It feels, I do kind of like playing games for the first time in a long time, but it's like, first of all, where's my armor? Let's make sure I'm wearing my armor. I'm wearing cloth pants. Not anymore. So how am I doing this? Curious. With the boots. Geese drip down with the fur. We're not doing the mythic hood. Oh, this doesn't do anything special? No. It's just a hood. Straight hood. It's cosmetic. So we're running around busting dudes in the mouth. No complaints. Don't do that. Left. That's not detect life. That's healing. Down is fortify luck for a couple of seconds. So that's detect life. Okay. So in Skyrim, if I cast a spell constantly, I can see people wandering around, and I'm building my skill. Whatever school of magic that is, you detect life. So whatever school of magic I'm using, it builds my skill in that school. So like if I use a fire spell, that increases my destructive ability. I'm leveling up my destructive ability when I do that. Factions. Blunt. What is this? Alteration? Mysticism? Yeah. Which makes sense. Minor skills, mercantile, better deal, yeah, okay. Because I was absorbing mercantile skill. I was absorbing mercantile skill, because there's actually a spell for absorbing mercantile, whatever that even means. Okay, let me check out the map before I leave. Like, why did I think there was... when I was playing the 360 version... Well, I am playing the 360 version. But I was playing on the 360 like 7 or 6 years ago. I don't remember... Yeah, I don't remember where the... Because I stumbled upon a monastery. I don't remember how I got there. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to anything. I just stumbled on it. So we gotta unfog this map. That's probably a reason to come here, is to just unfog the map. But I don't know if anything's here that I actually want. Statues of all the gods, right? Okay. Yeah, stick to the roads, whatever. What's this? So that's the way to the Imperial City. Okay, we're not doing that. Maybe this place is just for sightseeing? Yeah, what is the Temple District, actually? Like, one would assume a monastery might be what the temples are, right? Temples to all the gods? Not to pick a god, any god. These guys are polytheistic, you know how it is. I mean, well, then of course there's Talos. So, here... Cedar's house. Sam Cedar's house. Temple of the One. Maybe it's in the Temple of the One. There was a picture, I think it was on Instagram or whatever, it might have been on Reddit, of... they basically showed all of Tamriel, which is, you know, Skyrim, Morrowind. I don't need careers. I want to say it was like Tamriel. It was like a picture of Skyrim in the far northern part of the continent. Morrowind, Cyrodiil, that whole thing. See, it was a map of the entire world. It didn't really look cohesive. What are you gonna do? Completely different games. I don't remember who she looks like in real life, but we'll just move along. Yeah. Khajiit's wares. Bunch of Nekos up in here. Again, I can't hear what he's saying because the music's too loud. I don't want to turn it down. The music's better than the voice acting anyway. Khajiit's wares if you have coin. Furries. What are you gonna do? By the way, have you heard about my long-lost cousin in the alternate timeline, Callie Briggs? Vice Deputy Mayor of Mega Cat City. Like I said, we don't talk about how that timeline happened. Something happened. Something with Fritz the cat. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, great. We have a simp. Ask. Should I turn that? Let me see if I can turn on the music for a second. Audio. Yeah, it's just way too loud. I turned down the footstep volume. What are you gonna do? Music's still too loud. Oh well, what are you gonna Hieronymus Lux, Imperial City. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the context, but that's okay. I just wander around and gather my own loot.
He's that wanted criminal. Isn't he a master thief? He's dangerous too. I heard that the biggest spy.
The biggest. Yeah, it's a whole network. Sure it is. Directions. Okay, fine. We've already established that. Okay. I guess I thought there was like an actual temple with like why did maybe the monastery was in another city. I'm smoking crack. I don't know where it is. I don't remember where anything was. The All Saints Inn, which I don't think I'll need. One hopes. So we'll head left and see what's going on at the end. We'll figure it out. Not gonna. Hold on, I need my torch. I mean, I don't want to. I guess I can hotkey the torch. It's just not always not always needed. Yeah, I guess I could hotkey it, whatever. Yeah, hotkey the torch, I suppose. In this game, you might need it. Diagonal. Ugh, the worst. So I'm gonna have to go back to my. I gotta go back to my. Yeah, I gotta redo this. Lord. Dragon skin sounds amazing. Yeah, I gotta sell that scroll. Spell effectiveness 86%, whatever that even means. Minor life detection. So one of these could be like yeah, luck. All right. Adorable. And I like how the light changes when you cast you cast the magic, the light changes, so the shadows change. So it's a nice touch. I think I have enough. Yeah, sure. To be fair, in a game like this, he probably is part of some vast criminal network. Because why else would there be probably like a whole side quest about it too? Because that's the kind of game this is. It would seem like a waste of time if he was just like a regular dude who people think is a criminal mastermind.
I understand data worship is becoming increasingly.
Yeah, I've heard no such thing. But anyway. So yeah, you couldn't see the subtitles for what they were saying. Alright, so I think we can probably end the video here. So before I end the video, where would I go next time? We can't zoom out, can we? Not really, no. Yeah, we would go up here, and we could travel here on foot to kind of see what's up. Talk to what's her name and get that, yeah, get that Nern route investigated. But I was kind of looking for a place where I can keep my crap. I seem to have taken off my pants. Because I wasn't paying attention earlier when I took off my pants. So if I wanted to keep my stuff inside of a safe place, where would it be? Why, I don't have any options at this point. So let's just go to my 88 to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, third line up. 88/175. So, what time is it? Yeah, the sun's going down here, but the clouds are out. So what are you gonna do? So yeah, we're gonna store some other stuff I don't need to keep on my person. The idea is to like stash a bunch of stuff that's not worth very much, just as practice. So let's see if there's a place where I can stash this just before I end the video. Yeah, if I were to stash something, where would I stash it? Because everything's probably closed. Tell you what, just for funsies, I'll go to the Arcane University, dump some stuff inside of a crate, and see if it stays put. It probably won't. In Skyrim, safe storage tends to be limited to indoor areas, and this is technically an outdoor area. I have to get my... where's my torch? I accidentally unequipped my hotkey. Give me a second. This is gonna be... Did I say this was a research stream, technically? This is technically a research stream. Miscellaneous, torch, hotkey, down there. There we go. There it is. See? Mages Guild. Okay, but I don't know where they are. Oh, necromancy was banned, probably because they did some experiment that caused a wave to destroy a Winterhold or something. We're not going to the Archmage lobby. Nope, they probably won't let me. They probably won't open the gates till they let me in. Yes, we can't go there either. So yeah, we're right back to where we was. So there's no storage area here, possibly. We don't want to open that. You're not stealing that. That's closed. So I was hoping it'd be like a crate where I can like... So again, you can sit down on the benches in this game. For what purpose? I have no idea. Never understood why benches exist in these games. Playing Skyrim for 2,000 hours, and Lord knows why there are benches in them. You don't gain... Do you gain fatigue faster? Do you not need to sleep? Like, I don't know. Do you recharge faster, I guess is the question. So there's no place for me to... There's no safe place for me to store this crap. I don't want to open that. So I need a key, I need a key, I need a key. So basically everything in here is locked. I probably need to talk to the head of the guild, just made. The Mage Guild or whatever. I don't know, man. Like the purple torches, those are cool, I guess. So again, the lighting they're using here is nice. I appreciate that. So you think this is safe storage? It probably isn't. Oh, so yeah, it's also not. You also can't open it. So is there like a stat where if you like grab a mushroom, there's a dice roll that determines if you actually collect the item? Again, this brings up the whole idea of like, is this like a role-playing game, or is it just a really sloppy action game? But they do a lot of dice rolls to determine what kind of stuff you get. Whoop, ran out of torches. Did we run out of torches? No, we didn't. So torches can run out. Okay, fine. So we'll do it this way. I should have a light spell here. Or did I not buy that spell? I probably did. There is a light spell here, I want to say. So I don't have a light spell, okay. I would have to buy that. I'm not really interested. So I have to do another another hot key on my torch. Is that what we're doing here? Do I have to constantly hot key my torch? It's like Shadowgate. The torches run out eventually. That's why I got 10 of them. Because I could always buy some more, I suppose. Can I craft a torch? That's the other question. I need a where can I find a blacksmith around here? Because I'll have to find out at the end of the next video. I'll find out at the end of the next video, I suppose. Yeah, if there were a blacksmith, it would probably be in the which district? The market district, obviously. But everything is closed now. I mean, in regular Skyrim, you know, there are open areas where you can like use the forge there. So that ain't the problem. Yeah, like there are like forges all over the place. Not going there. The merchant's in as opposed to the other kind of ends, I guess. The feed bag. Guess I can go to the warehouse. So we'll set our marker here as if that matters. If there's more than one marker, that'd be nice. But, you know, this is from 2005. This is before Breath of the Wild, I suppose. You're right over here. There's an argument to be made that I should be sleeping during the night, so I don't waste my torches. But we'll see if we can get a few more later. Assuming it even matters. Did I miss something? Yeah, where's my marker? I have to go the other way. So I have to go down. I have to go down the alleyway, I suppose. Lord. Needlessly complicated. So it would be this way. Then down the alley, I suppose. Yeah, here. So this is the warehouse, huh? Yeah, I guess, yeah, this was the warehouse. Ooh, pants. Yeah, I saw a locksmith. A lock pick, excuse me. So I guess I can just throw stuff in here? Because it's probably not safe here. Because obviously, again, in Skyrim, there are actual, like, benches, and not benches, but, like, actual storage units where you can, like, keep stuff. A putapult. So if I were to store something here, like, just to find later, where would I put it? Probably not in a barrel. It's not stealing. If the marker's not red, it's not stealing. So I guess just put it in the crate. Yeah, no protection. Okay, so what are we putting in here before I end the video? And not putting the iron bow. We have 2 of these bows. Probably should put 1 of them in there. 3 iron daggers. So hopefully we'll find some more of these. We can dual wield the iron daggers. We'll put 1 of the bows in there. We got plenty of arrows. The arrows do have weight, but they're not that heavy. Yeah, the hood. Yeah, crap like this. Breeches, pants, a skirt, whatever. Who needs a skirt? The irons. So I'm not sure how long this will last. You can see all the crap I threw in here. What are you doing? Nothing! Actually, I'm putting stuff in here, so I guess if people want it. There's nothing here that's really heavy. Yeah, like the, tongs. Why do I have tongs? Oh, that's right, it's the wrong thing. Okay, yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, so I have to make sure I choose my inventory and throw, like, the bone in there. Yeah, put the bone in there, who cares? That's, like, for calipers. Yeah, that hand side has to be for calipers, because it's not strong. Got a repair hammer, though. So that might be the heaviest thing I keep. Yarn. I was gonna give yarn to the merchant who sold me these who sold me the armor. Well, I was selling the armor to. Hello. Okay. He's a slippery one. I still can't hear because the music's too loud. Like, how soft does it have to be, I guess is the question. And you? Oh, yeah. Alright. Hope it's not cold outside. Not wearing a shirt, bro. So we got a quill and some ink wells. Clay pitcher. Like, why is all this crap in the game? Like, clay pitcher. I guess it's for decoration. Like, why is all this crap in the game? So I just have to remember which box, like which crate I put everything in. Assuming it's still here in a couple of days. So this will be the test before we end the video. Actually, no. Let me do a save here. So we'll save right here so that we know our stuff is here. All right. So before we end the video, let's do a quick wander. I'm curious if there's anything else I can do here. Let me see where I would go just for funsies. Let's go to the far side of the map, I suppose. Kind of tease the next video. Stables. But the fact that you can fast travel everywhere is kind of hilarious. So we will be going here in the next video to kind of see what's going on with the alchemy crap. We're not getting into a bunch of fights, but since I'm a battle mage, I want to at least know that I have a reliable way to store my crap. Hi. Directions. And where are the services? So we can go to the smith. We can go see the smiths. Well, wait. Did I go the wrong? I think I went the wrong way. I didn't mean to go there. Yeah, I didn't mean to go there. We're going back. Villains and ghouls run Manchester schools. Spineless swine. Demented minds. So we're the Smiths. Yeah, who was it? Johnny Marr had a video where he explains how to play Headmaster Ritual. And it's like, there's like maybe like three separate passages, I would say. And there's a lot of nuance to the guitar playing that I haven't heard before. So it was kind of good to hear him kind of point out all the nuances in the guitar playing there. I mean, it's one of my favorite Smith songs, but it's also a song that it's probably, yeah, I think, again, when you watch Marr explain how he plays the notes, you can see a lot more nuance in the song than I heard at the time. Because the song really works on its own. It's just that it's good to hear a guitarist kind of like perform each and every note and explain how he transitions between them. So again, it's nice to see all that extra nuance in a song that I already liked. Okay, enough. So where are we headed? Well, I do want to see where the blacksmith is. It said near the wall. Again, we're just filling time at the end of the video. So, I recorded this video with my Plantronics headset plugged into the quad-core Windows 10 Education laptop, the Celeron laptop. 1.1 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM. We're capturing at 30 frames a second because, it's Oblivion. I think you can get 60 frames a second on PC, but there's a lot of hitching because old tech was never really seamless. Where's... I'm going to have to unfog the map. Over here. So if there are smiths, yeah, there might be a forge up there. Let's see what's up. Nope, it's just a torch. Can I put down the torch? Yeah, I guess I can put away the torch. Yes, put away the torch. Okay. So we'll save that. Yeah, the torch fire doesn't go out while it's, you know, stuffed inside my pants or where. I don't even know where I put the torch. Just know the fire went out. Where are the Smiths? He's on the. He's in the north. That's north. But is it like near the gate? So you mean this north? Because I'm near the wall and I don't see a Smith. No. I'm trying to get this done before I end the video, people. Okay, that's our destination eventually. Hammer and axe. So turn around to the right. So it's over here. I guess I was hoping he'd be outdoors, but it's not gonna happen. There's the Mages Guild. Let's see if I can get in here before I end the video. I just kind of want to see what's up. Again, we're not committing to any of this. We just want to see what's up. Is this a place where I can store crap? Not gonna steal that. That'd be good practice, though. Not gonna steal the Minotaur horn. Hello! You're here to steal your stuff. I just want to read the book. I don't want to steal it. Guess the guild's not open. Like, this is the Mages Guild building, right? We'll just abandon. No one sleeps here. I'm not gonna steal that. So I just left the door open and no one's here, huh? So I guess if I wanted to steal stuff, I can, but it's all karma at this point. Yeah, there's the living. Okay, so that's the living quarters. Okay. So I guess during the day they would have let me in, I suppose. Yeah, not gonna open the drawers. So they're not gonna let me use this thing. Again, even reading is considered stealing, which is hilarious. So if I just open the, I remember I'm not saving my game, so. It's not red, so I guess it's not stealing. Can I do an auto attempt? What am I doing exactly? Okay. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how this works. No. So what exactly am I supposed to be doing here? X? No. I don't know what that was about, but I opened it. So I opened it, but I'm not going to read the book, so let's just close it. But it's unlocked now. Okay, weird. It's morning, good. So that means I can peek around and see if this blacksmith is here. I think I just passed the door. I think I just passed the blacksmith. That's the Fighters Guild. So there are a bunch of guilds here. That's fine. This is probably where I should have been in the first place, but whatever. So all the guilds are up here? Is that what's going on? No forge outside. So I can't steal it. Yeah, it's not open. So I'm going to have to wait. I mean, I was just hoping there'd be like an open forge. There might be an open forge here later in the game. I just want to kind of see what my options are. Because again, in Skyrim, I know where all the open areas are, so I don't need to waste time waiting for a forge to be opened. You know what I mean? Let's wait a couple hours, I suppose. Because again, we're not saving this. What? Oh, hi. We're done. So I guess there's a side quest there. Yeah. Yeah, like Offset and Megan the Stallion, I guess. What was it? Was it Future or Offset? I think it was Off. I don't remember. I don't know the lore behind that stuff. I'm not aware of the Megan the Stallion lore. So I guess I'll find a guild or a faction to join later. Want to protect yourself or deal some damage? Well, why not both? So I can't use this? Okay, well that sucks. So I can't just use the... That sucks. So they aren't going to teach me how to... Because he doesn't want to be out of business. Skjorda. Rumors? Did someone shout him to death by chance? We're not gonna barter with him. Yeah, we're not selling any of that, are we? We got a knife. I guess we can give away the knife. Sucks. I wanted to use the forge. Of course, it could always be a problem. So was crafting your own items a thing in Skyrim that was supposed to break the game at some point? So we'll come back later. Yeah, so the frame rate's dipping into the 20s. Can't say I'm surprised. So the frame rate has a few limitations, even on the Xbox One. What are you gonna do? Waiting. That's right. Yeah, I want to join the Players Club. Bye! That's not her. Nernroot. Okay, so we'll do that later. We'll come back and play this game later. So, I've been poking around the edges of this game. I'll probably play more of it later. I have tiny quests I want to do, but I'm giving myself an option to find, again, a mini quest just for myself to kind of get a feel for the world, because I need a place to store my crap. And in fact, I'm going to go back and check to see if it's still there. I'm always worried it's going to disappear, because in Skyrim, stuff will disappear if it's not in a safe space. Yeah, is there a chest I can use here? Oh, hey. Yes. That was easy. Okay, so we'll do that later. Mage's Guild. Ooh, okay. Recommendation. Okay. Wow, she's gonna give me well, she'll just okay. We just met. I'll give you a recommendation right now. I'm like, okay, this sounds amazing. Huh. So we're not gonna see. So I've joined the guild. So now can I sleep here? No, it's already used. Open the chest. So I can store stuff here, probably. We're gonna find out in a second. Darkness. You can pause that if you want. So is this a safe chest? I don't know. We'll find out. Oiled linen shoes. Ugh. So let me just pick something heavy and just dump it in here. Already got a rusty bow. Yeah, let's just leave some random stuff in here, like some extra crab meat, I guess. Yeah, we'll throw some rat and crab meat in the chest and hope it doesn't stink up the joint. Fly him, Anita. Guess we'll keep the charter. Why do I need the charter? Yeah, store those spells in there. Mage's Guild keys are on. Okay, so I can just come back here later and just take the key. I can remember. I got the Players Club. That's stealing. Open the lectern. Ooh, Argonian account book. So I can't like read it. I guess I just want to read it. I don't want to steal it. Just take random stuff. Take the scales. You can open the drawers. Parchment with a folded cloth. I don't know if we have to read anything. Ooh, a silver dagger. I'm gonna take that. On Morrowind, so we can steal that too if we want. Open the cupboard. So you can throw some extra clothes in there if you want. I'm still not wearing any pants, am I? I can't tell. Yeah. Here's the question of the day. Am I wearing pants? Looks like I am. I wasn't sure there for a second. When did I put... I know this is a better question. When did I put on those pants? I guess it's the fur curious. It's like, am I wearing pants? And when did I put them on? Asking the real questions. I don't want to take it. I just want to... Well, I thought I could make my own spells. Well, I'm not taking it. Let's take a novice retort. Yeah, put that back. It's worth a lot of money, though. So I can't just, like, use it. I have to, like, it's just crap to be sold. So let's drop it. Robert. So where is it? I stole the charter, though. I'm sure that's going to be hilarious. Well, it's a good thing when I'm saving my game, so let's come back and deal with that later. I got the drawers. So if you want to paint, you can. We're not going to do that. Let's pretend we're literate. So now I could read the book. We're not going to take it, though. And Tamriel, something Tamriel lore. What did I say I was gonna do? I was gonna go back and see if I can. We have to go to the open area, go to the map, then fast travel back to where I stored my crap. So let's see what's up. Again, too bad. I want to see if I can make my own stuff. We'll get around to that later. I want to see how much Skyrim stuff can I do in this game. Is really the question. Yes, the game's making me go back and forth. I understand. So I went to the warehouse inside the market district, right? Yeah. I set my marker there, so I know my crap is stored there. But if I'm just an automatic member of the Mages Guild, then problem solved, I suppose. So where is the market? Over here, I guess. The frame rate's probably not going to hold 30, but it's probably in the high 20s, so it'll be mostly fine. So let's see if my crap is still here. I don't think it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the stuff I threw in there. So it's still there. How long will it stay there? I don't know.
What can I do? Concerning this, I can only speak to her.
Oh. Guess she's not much for a conversation. So this might be the place where I keep all my crap for now. I'll find a safer place later. Okay. So, don't save here. So we'll come back to Morrowind. Not Morrowind. Oblivion on the Xbox One being played offline with an Xbox 360 disc. Remember, you have the 360 disc. You put it inside the console. We have to go online to download the Xbox One port. But once you download it, you can play it offline the way I am now. We'll be back. I'll throw in some more music later, I hope. You'll deserve some Skyrim music. Sorry, some Oblivion music.